Hi, welcome to Mondays with Maile. I am Maile Bloxam from Vicky's Fabrics. Welcome to Scrap Buster month number 2. So, I'm having a lot of fun with scrap busting, and what I'm going to show you today kind of didn't start as scrap busting. It started as a pattern from Robert Kaufman called 4-Patch Charm, using charm squares. Okay, 5-inch squares. Awesome. We're gonna go with it. But as I was doing the pattern, I did not like the way it was constructed, and I found a faster, easier way to do it, and that's what I'm going to show you today. And then I'm going to show you what you can do with the block you make with our scrap busting. Now, this is the quilt behind me. It's kind of fun because it is asymmetrical. You have these points coming out into the borders, and this fabric is the Welcome to Paradise line. It's a batik line from Robert Kaufman, and we do have kits available, or 5-inch square packs, but that's what I'm going to use in the demo today. And this is just kind of one of the uses of the block that I'm going to show you when we scrap bust. So this takes 96 blocks, so about 3 packs of charms, so about 120 charms, and then 3 yards of background. You can find this pattern free online at robertkaufman.com. In the search engine, just type in 4-patch charm, print it out. It's a great pattern. Okay, so let's show you the block. Okay, so we're going to start with 5-inch squares. You're going to stack 2 5-inch squares, one on top of the other, and you're going to sew down either side. Okay, so I've got a 1/4-inch seam allowance from both ends, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut this corner to corner. Okay, so when you cut corner to corner and then you open this up, you're going to have a little bit of a few stitches there, but you can just pull through. Okay, so that's your first step, and you're going to end up with these half triangles. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut a 7-inch square. So my background was all the same, so I cut 7-inch squares, and I'm going to take the triangles that I just cut. I've marked the center of my square, and I'm going to put these face down onto that square. Face down. Okay, so here we are, and I'm going to now stitch a 1/4 of an inch away from the edge of the triangle. So you can see my 2 lines here. From here, we're going to start cutting and trimming. So I'm going to cut this in half, and I'm going to use my ruler to get 6-inch squares. Sometimes you can get 6 1/4. 6-inch for me is safe. So I'm going to look on my ruler. Sometimes using a squaring ruler is helpful. And I have these 2 6-inch lines. I'm going to drop those 6-inch lines right on the seam that I've sewn, and this 45-degree angle I'm going to put on that middle seam that sewed the 2 triangles together. Okay, so 6-inch on the seam going across, 45-degree line going up and down. Try not to cut myself with my rotary cutter. Blade wide open, safety issues. Okay. And that, by the way, is also my squaring step. So when I press this open, I have a 6-inch square with 2 triangles on one side and the light background triangle on the other. So I'll show you how to do that again. You're going to take this seam, put 6-inch and 6-inch, and you're going to line this up with the 45. Again, this is my favorite ruler, which is the Creative Grids ruler. And I love that they have these 45-degree angles that go right into the corner. You can also use a squaring ruler if you have a 6 1/4 by 6 1/4 square. Just know you want your 6 inches, your 45, and when you trim, you are already squared. Open that up, and you have what I call a half square triangle. So what's fun about this is you can treat them like half square triangles. So the quilt in back of me has these running this way as stripes. Okay? You can make pinwheels. Other way. You can make square in a square. Anything you can do with a half square triangle, you can do with this block, and it just has that added division in the middle. Thanks for joining us for Mondays with Maile. We will see you next week.